Stream is up. We'll soon find out when people, if they start talking or not. Cool. Perfect. Yeah, apologies for being late. We were just making sure everything was set up and looking good. This is not my gameplay. This is Mango's. Oh, exciting stuff. Okay, can you guys in chat let me know if you can hear Mango or not? Yeah. Hopefully you can. You'll probably be able to hear yourself if you've got the stream on. Let me try and do... Okay, try talking now. Hopefully there's actually other people here. They're also meant to have, you can only hear me. Oh, damn. I thought I'd fixed it. Oh. It says it should be coming through. I can't figure it out. I'll need to try again after stream. Sorry, man. Okay. Hopefully this should all go to plan. I assume you're starting 8, going 9, then finishing with 10. Perfect. Alright, well, if you want to jump in, then I'm happy to start. Sure. I can mute my mic as well if you don't want to hear me. Yeah, just whatever. Cool. New streamer, yeah. We're still getting everything figured out, we're still getting everything sorted, but hopefully it looks good. Hey Moaz, hey Hesu, Umar, welcome into the stream. Megaminx I think was here as well. So Mango's gonna be, or Pango's gonna be coming in here with his Town Hall 8, Town Hall 9, Town Hall 10. Super excited for this one, should be definitely be a good stream. Here we go. First we're starting with Town Hall 8, of course, is in Wizard 10 first, straight into a Town Hall 12. Double multi-target Inferno, one single at the top. I would assume he will probably use his thrower from the bottom, maybe? Or he might queen charge in from the top, because he should be able to get easier access to the Town Hall. He does have the double zap, so potentially able to get through the single. But let's wait and see. So it looks like he's going to be throwing in from the left-hand side of the base. Sneakies, I always love the sneakies. They clear a nice, quick funnel. He's going to smart a couple of minions coming from the bottom here. Definitely looking good. Okay, so I would assume, yeah, I assume he's going to be coming with his queen from the left-hand side of the base. I would assume he's going to be hitting straight into the warden, looking to push that queen through for the Town Hall, avoid that single target Inferno at the top. We will have to deal with the CC coming from this side though, but hopefully it should be good. Early with the rage spell, which I guess he had to do because we've got the enemy Grand Warden. That is a nasty wall break. That was just a complete waste of wall breakers there, but hopefully he will be able to gain access with a few more wall breakers. He has one left. He has one wall breaker left, so this could be troublesome, but let's wait and see. Kokolun going to be coming in, does not find anything. Where is his queen going to path? We really need her to get through that gold storage, then beat on a wall. Fingers crossed that is what she is going to do. It looks like the funnel is set up enough that she should do that. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want from the queen. She'll get through that wall nice and quickly. Minion again coming in to clean up that bottom section of the base. Super Dragon in the CC. Now I know he has practiced with these Super Dragon because when he tested against my bases, I had the Super Dragon in my CC, so he gets through that no problem. Is forced into a rage spell as well as, of course, using that poison spell. Looks like his thrower has now sadly gone down, so he ends up with even more healers on his queen. 38% currently, which is not bad. We're pushing up there in percent, but the thrower is obviously down, so he's left some percent down there at the bottom section of the base. Queen now on the Town Hall. We will need to pop her ability, I would assume, because of that Eagle Artillery. We definitely don't want the Eagle Artillery to take down our Queen. Down goes the Town Hall. First star is achieved. Queen's ability gets popped off. Giant going to be coming out. 43%. We do have a couple of Wizards as well as that Totem spell, so definitely hopefully should have enough here to pick up a few extra percent points. Queen and Giant are going to tank for that Archer Tower. Minion on the Mortar is a really good shout. There's a couple of free Builder Huts down on that bottom section as well. Getting through these defences, and that second star is going to be achieved. Just crossing the 30-second left in the attack mark. But there it is, 2 stars on the board, and now it's just a case of trying to push that percent up as high as he possibly can. But looking pretty solid, trying to snipe off a couple more buildings, should be able to catch those. Oh, he misses, damn. I thought he'd be able to snipe off those Builder Huts. He might still get that bottom one, he does. So it looks like we're going to hit a 59%. We also get to see if he gets anything nice in the chest. Hey Hydra, how's it going? Alright, not a bad start. GG's. Not a bad start, getting that 2 star on the board. Yeah, that was good. Let's do it again. Let's get another solid 2. Alright, good luck. Yeah, Nils. That's a professional gamer. Of course, this is me attacking. No, in all seriousness, Pango showing us how it is done. Hydra, welcome into Barracks Rise. We're building the clan up, slowly but surely. Alright, so another Town Hall 12. 3 multis, which is nice. Always like to see 3 multi-target Infernos. Looks like the base isn't massively upgraded. Quite a few lower level defenses, so I would assume Pango should be able to get a decent percent on this as long as the Queen stays up. The fact that his Town Hall 8 is in a higher league than my Town Hall 9, it makes me really sad, and I can't get to Wizard 10. I've tried so hard. Oh man. Yeah, no hands. Easy peasy. Alright, so funnel getting created with that thrower over on that left hand side, which is perfect. Queen, of course, with that all-important monolith arrow going to be coming in. We want her to go up. I would assume he's going to be wall breaking into that cannon compartment. Trying to get through there, needs to be careful. Quite a lot of damage coming down on his queen. We do play it safe though, and we drop down that Cocoloon, just testing the water for any traps. Thrower is potentially going to walk down, so we need to be careful. Nope, looks like we are perfect. Rage Spell coming in. Wall Breaker's also going to be making an appearance right there. We don't want any more wall breaks. We want her to stay in that compartment right there because we want her to walk towards that Town Hall. Down goes the really unlucky with that air defense locking on to his healers. We drop down the dragon, which instantly gets sniped by a seeking air mine, so that is super unlucky. Another loon just to come in. Hopefully we're able to take it down. No, we are not. Another couple of wizards coming in. He snipes it. That is a beautiful use of his wizards there, not taking any risks. Super barbarians in the CC, forced to use a lightning spell. Oh, he was so close to losing his queen. He has lost his queen. I don't know what actually hit the queen there from... Oh man, this was looking so good, but those super barbarians just absolutely sniped his queen. They took her instantly to ability and then she went down. I don't know if it was from the Eagle Artillery, I don't know if it was from a bomb, I don't know what it was from. But she goes down. That's tough, and now it's a case of trying to push the percent up. Oh, this is tough because I would imagine this is potentially one of the easier bases he might find. So I know for a fact Pango will probably be a little bit disappointed with this, but it was tough. Out came that CC, and yeah, he tried to use the lightning spells to kind of protect her, but yeah, at least we got the one. Yeah, it was super barbarians. It wasn't just regular, it was super barbarians. They came out with the rage and they sniped her. Hopefully we get a legendary chest. Oh, that would have been nice. At least he gets a wee builder bite there. That's going to help him max out his 8. Rip. That was tough. I mean, those super barbs, there was literally nothing you could do there. As soon as they locked onto the queen, it was like a couple of hits, bam. Yeah, you were unlucky to lose the, or get the air defense locking onto your healers. But GG's anyway, at least you managed to get the 1 star. Could be worse. Alright, good luck on the next one. Okay, here we go. I don't know if you guys can hear him. Let me know if you guys can hear him. I've tried to change it up a little bit, so hopefully you guys can hear him now, but... Okay, triple single target Inferno. It looks like this is potentially a similar base to one he actually shared on his channel. If you guys didn't know, Pango actually has his own YouTube channel. At Pangomi is the thing. Thanks for the subscription. Hopefully I've set this up right so it actually works. Alright. Thrower going to be coming in from that right. You can't hear him. Oh man, I thought I'd fixed it. Damn. Oh, that's disappointing. I thought I'd fixed it, but it's all good. Okay. Down goes the poison for the CC because it sadly has been lured by his thrower, but it should hopefully be okay. We don't want that E-Drag to get a shot off, so we use the lightning spell. Really, really smart play there by Pango. Okay. I don't understand how you guys can't hear him. Okay, hopefully this works. Okay, I'll need to maybe set up a wee toggle for that, but I can fix it, hopefully. Hopefully. Okay, so wall break going to now be coming in. Where are those wall breakers going? Yo, what are those wall breakers doing? Is that an open compartment? Oh, it is. It's an open compartment at the top, so he needs to be careful, but I think he's funneled enough here. She should go up, then down into the elixir storage. Yeah, she should be good. Thrower is getting hit pretty hard, so he's probably going to go down here. He rages the thrower to keep it up. Interesting play, but he decides that the investment for his thrower is obviously worth it. Looking for percent, we're going to need that thrower just to keep walking around the outside of the base, but his queen is going to start struggling. He's going to hold off on the queen's ability, I guess, for as long as he possibly can. We need to hope that Eagle Artillery does not lock on to, I was going to say the thrower, but sadly it's locked on to the thrower. So it goes down. Our last hope now is with this queen. 43%, 2 single target Infernos locked on. Eagle Artillery. Wow, that was close. We do still have these single target Infernos up, but we have the totem spell, which is now going to be coming in. We are looking for free percentage. I think... the queen goes down. The queen goes down, so this... there is a couple of builder huts. I think his best bet is on this bottom left side here, where the mortar is. I think he can potentially get some value there with the builder huts. Can he get the 50? He gets 1. Can he get 2? No. It's going to be a 14-9. Yo, wall breaker clutch. Let's go. Wall breakers for the win. 50%. He clutches up and gets that 2-star. Okay, hopefully you guys should be able to hear now. Let me know. Hopefully I fixed this so they should be able to hear you now, hopefully.
Okay. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Oh, that was incredibly clutch. Oh my god.
Literally, those wall breakers got you it. Insane.
Yeah, that was, oh my god.
Oh man, that was GG's.
Yeah.
I'll wait and see if they can hear you. If they can hear you, I'd like you to talk through why you decided to use the rage spells on your thrower over your queen. Perfect. Okay.
Lose. Okay. Yeah, I guess I can go over this. Maybe I can. I'll just say my full thought process.
Yep.
So I want the Thor to sort of funnel my queen because the tunnel's really far in. It's like 5 tiles in, so there's a chance she could walk. So if I could at least get the right side of the funnel, that would be great. And then yeah, there I didn't expect it to lure to CC the sneakies, but yeah, that wasn't too difficult to deal with. Yeah, and then the queen's there because it's unlikely she'll walk to the right because of the Thoros funnel. And then yeah, there I also had Wallbreakers to tank again because the Archer Tower was gonna retarget on another healer.
Oh, that was a good call. I was wondering what you were doing with those wall breakers there. I thought you were trying to open the wall, and I was like, "What's he doing?" And then I was like, "There's an open wall compartment," but that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess that was confusing.
Yeah.
Maybe the rage on the thrower wasn't the best because he dies pretty quickly. Although the queen was gonna die pretty quickly anyways, so
Yeah, she had the 2 singles
I
on
don't
her.
know. Hard to say where the rage should have been used. And yeah, so here I saw like 50 seconds left, so I thought quite a bit about how I'd get the percentage.
That was insane. That was so insane.
That was pretty funny. And then, all right, I guess I can get into the next one.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Fingers crossed for a good hit here. Oh no, what's happened here? There we go. It like buffered for a second, but we're all good. We're all good. All right. So another Town Hall 12 with super rush defenses. There is 3 Infernos, but they are pretty low. Eagle Artillery is right in the core, as is CC. In fact, it's a super, super heavy core. So even though they are lower level defenses, he's still going to have a pretty hard time, though they are 3 multis, so hopefully should be able to get through here with a decent percentage. Dragon for funnel in the bottom section. Thrower is also over there on the right hand side. It's interesting how he spends so much more time on his thrower section of the attack. Typically when I'm using throwers, I literally go throw then straight into my queen because I'm just trying to rush the attack because I know time is always potentially an issue. But it's so interesting to see his care here. Pango's in-game name is Pangomi. If you look at the Town Hall 8 leaderboards, he is the number 1, Town Hall 8. Alright, so the queen going to be breaking through here. She should hopefully path up. We're going to get that first wall breaker in. We ideally need this thrower to go up towards the archer tower at that top right hand side. We do not want that thrower really to path in, although I think that's probably exactly where that thrower is going to go. Let's see, might actually potentially be worth investing a wall breaker or 2 on him. He does still have 6 wall breakers left up, so looking pretty good at the moment, but let's just wait and see how he gets on here. Out comes the CC, also going to get some more poison value because we've got it down on the king. Using a totem, I think, is a really good call there because the queen was getting locked onto by enemy king, eagle artillery, double loon, e-drag, multi-target inferno, Tesla. There was so much in there, so we rage and use the totem. Worth it. A worthwhile investment, but what we didn't want to happen is exactly what has happened here, and that is the thrower being too close to our queen, so the healers decide to switch. We want these two to go opposite sides so they can both continue to get as much value as possible. But regardless, They're going to work as a tag team here. They're going to continue pushing around the base. Seeking Ermine does pick off one of those healers, but it's kind of not the end of the world as long as they keep both the queen and the thrower alive. Sniping off a couple of those buildings around the outside of the base with wizards is a really good shout. He does still have a couple of wall breakers. Don't think they're going to be able to get too much value here, sadly. Queen continuing to batter through these walls. There is her ability. Time is potentially an issue here. He does still have the 2 lightning spells, which you could actually probably double zap the Teslas in the core and reset the Eagle Artillery as well at some point. But this is looking good, and this would 3-star. This definitely would 3-star if he had more time on the clock. But sadly, with 20 seconds left, it's just a case of trying to push that percent as high as he possibly can. Ideally, obviously, if we'd had the thrower and queen going separate ways, I think he probably would have got slightly higher value. Don't forget about your double zaps. You could definitely pick up a couple more percent points with those lightning spells. He zaps up the top. Probably could have maybe zapped out another building for another percent, but 71% is 71% is pretty solid. All right, GG's. What are your thoughts on that one?
Nice. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I guess it wasn't too difficult just because there's no singles. Yeah, I don't know. If you have anything to ask, I can.
Yeah, so
but
it was as soon as I saw the base, I was like, well, he's definitely going to 2-star it. I was pretty confident. I mean, it was really easy to get to the town hall, 1 wall break, and you had access, so that was nice. I think you got a little bit unlucky with the thrower potentially going in alongside the queen. I would imagine you probably would have maybe got a slightly higher percentage if they'd kind of go on opposite sides, but you can't always choose that pathing. Sometimes they go where they want. But I don't know what your thoughts were on that, if you were too bothered, because they both did stay alive. So
I guess it wasn't too bad. Yeah, they both did get quite far on the right side of the base. So yeah, it didn't matter too much in the end.
Is this a base you think you potentially could have 3-starred?
Probably not.
Fair.
It's like what? Maybe the strength of a 10 or 11, or maybe a 10.5.
I would say like a 10.5, maybe like 10.6, something like that. It's obviously got the triple Inferno and the Eagle, but yeah, I think this was still a really good attempt. I would say on your Town Hall 9, you'd probably 3-star this, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, fair. Alright, GG's. If you want to jump into the next attack, let's go for it.
Yep.
Alright, here we go. Next attack coming in, and he finds another Town Hall 12, though we have fairly low level defences. I mean, it's not rush, it's probably an 11 that's just recently gone up to Town Hall 12. We do have 3 Infernos, but again, he finds all multi-target Infernos, which is really, really nice. Top players are now using Go Wipe. I don't think top players are using Go Wipe. I mean, I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure Pangomi is a top player. He is the top player, and he's not using Go Wipe. I haven't seen many people using Go Wipe. Okay, so getting this funnel started, looks like the thrower is going to be coming down from bottom left. We have yet to heal up that thrower. In come the healers. Okay, so you'll notice he uses 3 healers for his thrower, 5 healers for his queen. My army slightly differs for this. I bring 1 less healer, and this... those healers thought about walking. They thought about just scooting across to the throwers there, but yeah, luckily they didn't. Okay, wall break is successful, but he has to use all of his wall breakers, which is not ideal, but I guess you need to get that wall open, so that's the sacrifice we have to make. Multi-target Inferno locks onto those healers, which isn't ideal, but the Queen will get through that multi before it gets through his healers. Kokoloon actually gets some value. Always feels good when your Kokoloon actually does something worthwhile. The thrower goes down though, and that is not ideal. We really needed that thrower to walk up to that left-hand side of the base. Eagle Artillery, yeah. If he hadn't popped Queen there, she would have died, and this would have been GG's because he has already lost his thrower, so percent would have been a big battle. Here comes the CC. We have double Witch and Wizard CC, he is going to zap out those lightning spells, and he's forced into using another rage spell. He's probably going to need to totem to redirect some of these troops, and defenses does do that because we still have the Eagle Artillery raining down fire. Where's this queen going to go? She goes to the Dark Elixir storage. That Eagle Artillery, I think he's going to have to use the lightning spell to Yep, there we go, perfect. He resets it, but she's going to die. She goes down. And now it's a case of trying to find percentage. He has 4 wizards and 1 archer. Army camp, I think, will give him 1%. That's pretty easy. He might need to use archer wizard, I think, and that'll give him that snipe. I don't think he's going to be able to get 3 buildings though. He might have to sacrifice, like, he might have to go archer, wizard on the gold elixir and army camp here. That's what he's going for, that's the play. I would have archered first just to get that 1 tank off. He does manage to pick up 1%, but he doesn't get any more. It's a 48% 1 star. No, 48% 0 star, my bad. Rip, that was tough.
Dang. I don't think I played that very well though.
Do you want to talk us through that one?
Yeah. Although, to be honest, I'm not quite sure what mistakes I exactly made, so I guess we can go through it.
You nearly did an Alden there by dropping your healers, and they nearly went for your thrower.
Oh yeah.
I saw them start to go, and I was like, oh, and then luckily they retargeted onto the queen.
And I hesitated on the other 2 healers. Yeah. But since the cannon was on, that happens quite a lot. Like, the healers will always walk back. You
were unlucky losing your thrower. I assume you wanted your thrower to walk up to that left?
I was watching him, and I probably could have saved him, but I was a little bit late, and then I decided that I guess he's not that necessary. After he's already gotten enough of a funnel.
Fair. Yeah, this was tough. I mean, yeah, it was a good call using the lightning spell to reset the eagle, but there was just too much DPS. You needed a rage there.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I don't know, maybe if I played them in a different order, the spells, but hard to say. There's no like clear and obvious error, I guess.
Yeah. I'd just like to remind people in chat that this is a Town Hall 8 in Wizard 10. It's not easy. These are 4 Town Hall hit-ups most of the time, so yeah. Okay, right. Good luck on your next one.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. I missed the Go Wipe era for Town Hall 8 pushing. Yeah, Queen Charge at Town Hall 8. Who would have thunk it all those years ago? Unfortunate, I agree. Also, new setup here, hopefully a bit better than the Harjeev setup. Also got chat down there. Green screen, hopefully looking good. Alright, into another Town Hall 12. 3 single target Infernos. That's what nobody wants to see, is 3 single target Infernos, but let's see what we can get here. There is plenty of 3% on the outside of the base, which is nice. Hopefully that means that the 1 star at least should be achievable. 2 star I think is going to be challenging here with, I mean, he's going to encounter he's going to encounter 1 Inferno Tower minimum. He's potentially going to hit a second as well. He's basically got 4 defenses against Inferno Towers, or single target Inferno Towers. The 2 lightning spells, which of course are going to reset it. The totem spell, which of course is really going to redirect it for a short amount of time. And he has the queen ability with the giant. So, well, I guess he maybe has kind of 5 if you include the giant to tank, as well as the invisibility from her ability. But let's see what he's able to do here. Dragon does actually pick up a nice bit of value there. Single target Inferno locks on. Let's just take a look at the spell timing. Beautiful. Okay, so we will need to invest both lightning spells onto that single target Inferno here. We're going to be able to take it down as well before the CC gets to our queen, which is really, really nice. Eagle Artillery is raining down fire. He decides to pop ability, but I don't believe that an E-Dragon actually takes down the queen through ability. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I've hit E-Drags before, and I'm pretty sure that he would have been safe not popping her ability, but we go for it anyway, and that unfortunately means she is now going to get taken down by that single target Inferno. So our Rage Spell now is going to need to be used here to try and protect up this thrower on the outside of the base. It's getting targeted there by that Queen. She's going to go down, no problem. We do still have 4 Wall Breakers, 4 Wizards, couple of Archers, couple of Minions. So let's see what extra percent we can pick up. There is 1. We do still have the thrower up, remember, so percent should continue to climb up as long as that thrower stays alive. 55 seconds left on the clock, so time shouldn't be a massive issue here. It's just going to be trying to find the buildings that we can to get enough value. This thrower is going to now get targeted by the Eagle Artillery, which isn't ideal, but let's see what he can do. I think he can snipe off a Gold Collector with an Archer, maybe on that bottom right. But he needs 6 more buildings. He decides to rage right there. Perfect, that should get us through those buildings nice and quickly. Can he reach? Or, no, I think he's maybe already tried to get an Archer in there and she got sniped. Wall Breakers, Wizards, Minions, all coming in. That's going to get that army camp, and there is the second star. GG's. Yeah, the Monolith Arrow is pretty strong. Alright, 2-star on the board, that's what we want. We love a 2-star. Power Potion, wow. GG's on the 2-star. Just jump into the next one.
Sure.
We've got a question in chat asking if you're from Michigan.
I am not from Michigan, no.
There we go. We'll keep it a secret where you're from.
Interesting question.
Alright,
All right.
Good luck, man.
Go again.
Wall Breakers to tank. A Mig special. Okay, here we go. So, another town... This is... Oh, there is an Eagle Artillery. Okay, it's at the top section of the base. So, we... Is there a multi-target? Is there another Inferno Tower bottom right? I haven't actually been able to see yet if there is another Inferno, but he is going to take out the Eagle Artillery nice and quickly here with his thrower. There is another Inferno, but it's easily accessible here from the Queen. She would be able to snipe it first things first if she went from that bottom right, but I would assume he's going to hit from the top here. Go straight in towards that Town Hall. Lots of free percent here as well if he decides to pick it up. Over on that left hand side he could literally drop 1 wizard and it would completely... Oh no, there's an expo over there. Rip. So don't you just love it when people rush bases and they somehow put defences in awkward places? Alright. Thrower getting that funnel set up. Again, his use of the thrower is really smart because he takes his time with it, setting up that funnel, making sure that things are in place, so his Queen is going to go the way he wants it to. His dragons also seem to always get a lot more value than mine. I'll need to have words with my dragons. Okay, Queen now going to be coming in. We are going to have to probably wall break through 2, if not 3 compartments here to potentially get that Queen to walk in. There's the first wall breaks. They go straight into the mortar shell, which is super unlucky. He has 3 wall breakers remaining, which is the exact amount he needs to get through the wall compartment. Needs to time those wall breakers, and they come and they open up that wall. Perfect. Okay, so he does now have access into hitting the Town Hall. Thrower is still looking really good. He is Cocolooning in, although the Cocoloon not really going anywhere good. Does pick up a red bomb, which I guess is good enough. 2 lightning spells, a poison, and a totem left up in this attack. Looking pretty good so far. Thrower still picking up a lot of value. Having to use that totem to tank. Gonna have to pop Queen ability as well, because that Town Hall was hitting so incredibly hard. Here comes the CC, poison spell going to be going down. Queen hopefully we'll keep those healers on her. We do not want them to redirect onto the Giant. We want them to stay alive. We want her to get as much value as possible. She does go down. Okay, so it's now just a case of trying to pick up as much percent as possible. Luckily for us in this particular one, the Eagle Artillery has gone down, so we don't have to worry about our cleanup troops getting sniped from the heavens. But hopefully here, he is sitting on 43%, 46%. We just jumped up 3%. Yo, Harjeef, how's it going, man? Hope you're good. Monolith Arrow is insane at lower town halls. Okay, he has 20 seconds here. We do still have one lightning spell, so which he can use that lightning spell on the this thrower. Lightning spell on the builder hut, and then no, you need to minion wizard. There we go. Nice, he gets it. My guy, these are so insane. And a legendary chest, let's go.
Only skin though. They're also close at 50%. Oh my god.
I know that is genuinely insane. I was like, this is gonna be close, and then the thrower got sprung away, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah. That wall break though, the second layer wall break was crazy. That was like the moment of the attack.
Yeah, that as soon as you dropped your first wall breakers and they got hit by the mortar, I was like, this is gonna be tight. I was like, he needs every wall breaker to count here.
Right.
But GG's, it's the 2-star. We don't care how you got there, as long as you got there.
Yeah. Alright,
good luck. How many have you got left? Is this your last hit?
Yeah, one more.
Cool. Good luck.
Thanks.
Rewarded with a king skin for that insanity, for sure. Okay, it's a gift of a town hall here. That town hall, I've said that, I don't want him not to get the town hall, I don't want to jinx him here, but all things going well, he should be able to get to that town hall, hopefully pretty easily. I would assume he'll probably throw it I would assume it'll be from the left, right, to avoid potentially going anywhere near that single target Inferno. Okay. No, he throws from the bottom. Wow, I was not expecting to see a thrower coming in from the south of the base. I really thought he would go with his queen. Where's he going to be queen charging from? Pango keeping me on my toes. Okay, let's see. So he's already sniping off like an insane amount of percent on the outside of the base. There's so many free buildings that as a low tunnel pusher, you just love to see these free buildings. Couple of Teslas potentially going to cause some issues, but should be able to get through nice and quickly. Potentially going to need to rage up here. Is he? Oh, he's going to hold off on the rage. But I really want to see where he queen charges in from. Unless he's potentially wanting his thrower to get the town hall, but I just don't think that thrower's going to get there. Town hall 10 pushing is fun. Umar, good luck with that. Let me know what strategy you're going to go for. Okay, queen finally makes an appearance 1 minute into the attack. Couple more free percent points up on that north section of the base. Slightly messed up on that archer, but has to deploy another one and looking all good. Okay, thrower doing work. Will need to wall break. Yep, here comes the wall breakers. Wow, he goes heavy with his wall breakers. Which, is that going to play out in his favour? Because he accidentally opened up 2 wall compartments there where we're potentially only looking to open 1. That the thrower has got the value. The thrower has absolutely got the value we needed. Opened up that bottom section of the base and created a beautiful funnel there. Queen already got the rage down on her. Here comes the poison. There is a super barbarian in there, but it's only 1 super barbarian. So we should be safe enough. E-Drag's going to go down, no problem, and we don't need to use a lightning spell this time because we had the rage up and the poison. Town Hall now activated, Eagle Artillery still raining down on our queen. Potentially may need to invest either a lightning spell on the Eagle Artillery. Needs to pop queen. Does he? No, he doesn't. See, I would have panicked and I would have popped my queen there because he... Okay, I think he needs to loon there. I think he needed to loon rather than wizard. Oh no! Healers... I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. The healers get picked off by a tornado trap. Wow. Okay, the 2 stars have already been achieved, which is absolutely what we're looking for, and this may finish his highest percent hit. Well, other than that completely rushed base. But let's see. Okay, so he's hit the 60% 2-star. We do still have a... Okay, he's just going to go for percent here. 62, we might be able to get up to 63, potentially 64, but the queen is going to go down in the core right there. 63, yeah, it's going to be a 64% 2-star for his final hit there at Town Hall 8, and into an epic chest as well, a shovel of obstacles, nice. Alright, a nice way to finish, GG's.
Yep, not bad. I did worse than last week, unfortunately, but it's alright.
Not too bad. You were close. I think if you
Yeah.
managed to obviously get that 1-star, you potentially would have been pretty equal with previous.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on your overall performance there?
Not too bad, I guess. Yeah, what was it? I think the first 1-star was that was kind of my fault, but the 0-star was, I can't really blame myself for that, I guess.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah.
All right, you happy
Yeah.
to jump into your Tunnel 9?
Yep.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, I thought to do the Tunnel 8 first because I was not gonna get promoted and also not gonna get demoted, so
Fair.
low stakes.
Yeah, I think promotion for your Tunnel 8 now is going to be really tough. You're going to need a defense, I think, to promote,
Sure.
unless you find like 8 rushed bases, but I don't think there's much chance of that.
Yeah, probably not.
All right, good luck. Here we go.
Okay.
Town Hall 9. All right, let's see what Pango can do with his Town Hall 9 hit. So basically the exact same strategy as what we have just had at Town Hall 8, but this time we are hitting at Wizard 12. He finds... Okay, I don't want to jinx this, but I think there's an outside... I'm going to whisper it. I think there's an outside chance he 3-stars this. I think there's a good chance he might 3-star this. There is double single target Inferno as well as a multi. We have the Eagle Artillery in the core as well. So there are a few hurdles to overcome here. But I think he has a good chance. Does Mango have a Town Hall 11? No, Mango only plays Town Hall 8, 9 and 10. Alright, let's see. I feel like I've jinxed him super hard here. So if this all goes completely wrong, then I'm absolutely going to take the blame for that. But let's see what Pango can do. Thrower going to be coming down from that left-hand side of the base. We have the Queen coming through from the top. Makes sense. We want to secure that Town Hall. We want to make sure that the 2nd star is achieved. Queen already taking quite a lot of heat, but hopefully she should be safe enough. Thrower is walking up. Ideally we wanted him to go down, I would assume, though he has created a very nice funnel for that Queen to walk into that compartment. Cocoloons, he has forgotten to Cocoloon and we've already lost a healer, so maybe not starting off 100% how we would have been looking for. And his thrower and... oh, we lose another healer. His thrower and his Queen are now going to be going side by side, which I don't really think is ideal in this particular one because time is such a big factor. It really does play a massive part in these attacks, so typically you want to keep your thrower somewhere around the outside of the base so it can just continue to pick off buildings and push that percentage up. Also, we do not want the Queen or the thrower, vice versa, to steal each other's healers. We want those healers to stay on the troops or the hero that we have deployed them on. The 2-star, it was never really in doubt. We're always going to get the 2-star, but at this point it's just with 1 minute 25 seconds, can we somehow pick off the rest of this base? I definitely think we're going to get up high 80s, early 90s. That 3-star though is going to be troublesome. He poisons, doesn't get the furnace. Yeah, I think he needed to use the thrower on the furnace there. The air defense also has sniped off a couple of his healers, which is not ideal. 1 furnace shot from those fire mites onto his healers and I think they'll be toast, but so far... Let's see. Okay, in comes the King ability. He is going to totem to get that King through the Town Hall. Where is that King going? Not the Town Hall, through the single target Inferno. That furnace. If he'd used the poison on the furnace would have gone down. But instead, oh, the baby dragon clutches up. Can we still get this? Go, come on Pango, let's go. Pop ability, yep. Is there anything on the outside of the base? No, he's clear. He's got it. Let's go. Alright, GG's in the chat, please. Let's get some hype going for Pango. Yo, let's go.
That was so lucky. Oh my god.
That king, I was like, where is he going? But obviously the
Yeah,
furnace
yeah.
lured him, and
I
I was
looked
like, you're joking. But
I looked away and then he didn't get it. I was so scared.
that baby dragon came in so clutch. They were literally last shot sniping the single. GG's.
Yeah.
That's
I might actually have a promotion chance in this league if that continues. I'll need around like 200.
yeah. All right,
Should be
you got
crazy.
this. You got this. No pressure.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
kicking
Yeah.
off with a 3-star, I think is the perfect way to start. So
Uh-huh.
yeah. All
Definitely.
right. Good luck. Let's go. Let's go.
Like,
Okay, he goes straight from a fairly rushed Town Hall 12 to a Town Hall 13. We do have a couple of lower level defences here, but we have scatter shots, single target infernos, the Town Hall 13 itself, all the enemy heroes in the core as well as the CC. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. Let's see. Let's see if he can do it. I've got faith that he can, but it's going to be a challenge for sure. Okay, in comes the thrower, lots of free percent again, which is really, really nice. We love to see free percent. And ideally on this one, we want the thrower to stay up for a good amount of time to really, really get that funnel set. I think he's going to need to commit quite a lot here. I think his king is going to also need to be used to create that funnel. I don't think he's probably going to have enough relying solely on a couple of cleanup troops and his thrower. I think the king is going to have to come into play here. No, Pango, no. What he really, really needs to happen now is for that thrower to go down. He needs that thrower to actually die so the healers can move to his queen, because the thrower is not going to be able to secure the town hall. The queen is. Okay, he uses the king. He's going to go out in front to tank. He needs to poison and he needs to rage. I think he needs to rage here because he needs to get through all of this as soon as he possibly can. Pop king. Nice. We get the spiky ball onto the town hall. We need to freeze the town hall as soon as the queen pops up. We need to... Yeah, nah, she's not going to get it. I don't think a 3-star was ever on the board, but I was pretty confident he could have got the 2-star, and now we're fighting for our life to try and get the 1-star. It's insane how quickly things can go wrong when your healers don't play ball. That exact thing happened to me twice in my attacks a couple of weeks ago on the live stream. I dropped my healers too close to the other troop. My queen wasn't getting hit by anything, so there was no DPS, so the healers had nothing to heal, so they went to my thrower. He has 7 baby dragons. I know you guys can't see it. If I do this, hang on. He has 7 baby dragons, so he should be able to get the 1-star at least here. Single target Inferno is going to take down his thrower. Turns have tabled. Okay, we get the 1-star. At least it wasn't a 0-star.
You referred to this earlier too.
Yeah, it was brutal. I mean, yeah, I was like, as soon as I saw you deploy the healers, I was like, your queen's not getting hit, but it was already too late. Yeah. The healers were already going, and once they're gone, I mean, I was saying to the stream that your best chance there actually was your thrower to die. If your thrower had died, the healers obviously would have gone to your queen. That would have been a much better outcome.
You know what I should have done is I should have totemed the scatter, because then all the damage would be off of my thrower, and then they might switch. Although it would be hard to say, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. It's this. Yeah. I don't know. The healer AI is so like random at times when they switch, when they don't switch. You you know, you could have tried it, but then you wouldn't have had the totem to potentially have a chance of getting the Town Hall. I mean, you threw everything at it. You gave it your best shot. I mean, the king came in clutch with his spiky ball, at least hitting the Town Hall, but yeah.
Dang, I haven't done that in a long time. Sucks.
Yeah, it's tough.
Right.
All right, let's make up for it in this next one. Here we go.
Mhm.
Okay, this is a tough base. This is a really tough base. Triple multi-target Inferno is at least multis, but it's still pretty nasty. Quad Expo in the core. I mean, his queen, if she gets in anywhere near there, is gonna get eaten alive. So he's basically gonna need all his spell support here for that queen. He's gonna need his king to pick up some really big value as well. Percentage-wise, I think he should be fairly safe here. There's a couple of free buildings on the outside. His thrower hopefully won't take that much damage because it's so core heavy here. There's so many massive defenses in the core. They're not really going to be sniping off our thrower. How is one archer getting hit there and the other ones are getting sniped? That's tough. Okay, he needs to remember here to Coco Loon. Here comes the queen, here comes the healers. Queen's already taken damage, so we don't have to worry about those healers going anywhere, which is nice. Uses his loons to snipe off that archer tower, redirect the queen down to this bottom section. I think the queen should be able to 1v1 this king. Nice. A level 30 king, a level 30 queen taking down a level 66 king. You'd love to see it. Okay. Thrower, where are you going? Why? What is with his thrower and his queen? They just want to be together. Like, look at them. They're just... bro. Okay, I think you need either 3 or 4 wall breakers here to get through Town Hall 13 wall compartments. I think it's potentially 3 wall breakers. Massive army of loons there. He's going to be forced into having to use a poison and a freeze because... Is he gonna freeze? That was tight. Okay, we do still have a totem, a freeze, and a double rage. Healers get sniped off by that air defense, so their thrower now has 1 healer. It's gone into the core. It's going to get toasted here, which is really unlucky because ideally we needed that thrower to pick up a lot of percent on the outside of the base for us. He needs to pop his queen. Oh, he holds on to the queen. He opts to use the freeze first. He still has his king, remember. I'm really surprised he actually hasn't used his king already to try and mitigate some of that damage potentially coming down on his queen. He's going to totem right there. It's a nice totem because it in comes the king ability. I think that king ability was maybe a little too early. We potentially could have got it to hit the scatter shot, which would have been nice. It would have gone down slightly quicker, but he's still going to pick up the value we need. There's the queen ability. Somehow she doesn't go down through ability. She does stay up. They're multi-target infernos, which is actually going to play into our hands a little bit here because we've already been able to take down a decent chunk of the base. But percentage is still going to be a battle because our thrower just didn't get the value I think we needed. There's the 50%, but I don't think he's going to be able to get too much higher. He still has 2 baby dragons. But I think that's probably going to be about as much as we can get. He's going to go... I think he can probably get the army camp. He's already taken... He can get the builder hut on the left. Oh, he didn't see it. He could have easily sniped the builder hut on that left-hand side. 18 trophies. GG. Not bad. Not bad. The core of that base was insane.
Yeah. That was... Yeah, with that.
Yeah, that was really good, like, spell timing placement, everything. I was a bit worried when you decided not to invest the freeze on the rest of those loons. It was like super close to them actually hitting your queen, but you timed it to perfection. It was nice.
I've had that happen before. I used only 1 freeze and they took out my queen, so I was watching very carefully.
Yeah. Alright, GG's, another 2-star on the board. Let's see another. Okay, here we go. Thrower's cooked there. Yeah, as soon as that thrower went to the core, he was done. Okay, I think we can pretty securely say that the 1-star is easily going to be achieved here. Town Hall should be nice and easily accessible. He really does have to think about thrower value here though. Personally, I would deploy my thrower completely opposite side, just to try and pick up as many of those buildings as you can, but I guess you've got the baby dragons, it's not Town Hall 8, so he can probably use his thrower. No, he is going to throw from the bottom. That's what I would have done, but Pango usually doesn't do what I do because I'm in Archer 7, no sorry, I'm in Archer 9, he's in Wizard 12. There's quite a big gap there, and it's a skill issue on my end. Okay, so he is going to be queen charging straight into that Town Hall with the single target Inferno behind it. A little bit nasty, he is going to have to invest quite a few spells here to keep his queen protected. We find an early tornado trap. Yo, Coco Loon value, let's go. Queen, please pop ability. You need to rage, you need to rage. You need to wall break and freeze the Town Hall. You need to freeze and wall break. Oh no, she can reach the Town Hall. Wow, I did not think she'd be able to reach that. Beautiful. Okay, well, we get the Town Hall, but we have already lost the Queen ability, which is not ideal. I don't think he's once checked on how his thrower is doing, so I'm a little bit worried to potentially see if his thrower is still alive. He is going to hold off on that freeze spell. If that scatter shot had got one more shot, I think he potentially could have been in trouble. Rage spell, I think, could have been slightly better there, but he does still get the wall break, and we're now going to be going straight into that single target Inferno. Totem spell is going to be coming in right there. Retargets the single target Inferno. King's going to be coming in. He then jumps out, which is actually going to play nicely. Thrower is still up, which is good. He's still getting percent. Freeze comes down there onto the single target Inferno. Queen. Oh. So ideally what we wanted there was for her to walk to the bottom section of the base away from that single target Inferno, but the 2-star is achieved. The thrower has got a nice little chunk of value, a little pocket of value on this bottom section. He's now going to go down, but he's done his job. He's picked up that percent. Queen had her issues at the start. We had a real tough old time with that Queen at the start. Potentially nearly losing her would have obviously costed the attack, but we didn't panic. We used the spells when we needed to. I like how we're saying we like I had anything to do with this. Pango used the spell whenever he needed to, and he's able to pick up that 2-star. Trying to just snipe off a couple more buildings here, see if he can push that percentage up a little bit. It is going to get, I think, to 60%, but no higher. 61, beautiful. Alright, we'll take a 61% 2-star as a Town Hall 9 against the Town Hall 13. That is a 4 Town Hall hit up. Yeah. Playing with fire a little bit with your Queen there at the start.
Yeah, that was concerning. I did not even the double cannon didn't even register in my mind, and then yeah, that was too close.
Yeah, that was pretty tight, but you clutched it up. You got that 2-star. GG's.
Yep. All right.
Okay, here we go. Next one. Yeah, she took a lot of damage. Actually, oh, we find a fairly similar base, single target Inferno directly in behind the Town Hall. We do have an open Town Hall compartment there, but sometimes that makes wall breaking slightly more difficult. But let's wait and see what he decides to do here. We have the double scatter shot in the core, which isn't actually the worst thing because the Town Hall is so easily accessible on the outside of the base. Because the scatter shots are directly in the core, hopefully it means that he's not really going to encounter them. He's going to lose a healer super early on here, which is really unfortunate because he had to drop that CC down, and the healer always pops out first and the thrower pops out second, which is kind of weird. I wish you could change the order of which troop comes out first. Like you can manually change it so like X comes out first, Y comes out second. That would be ideal because then he could throw her first to start tanking the damage, healer could come out second, but regardless we lose a healer early on, which is part and parcel I guess of this. Thrower is going to actually make his way to the top section of the base. Going to be interesting to see. Okay, so he does use his Queen up there as well. I was thinking he might come in from a slightly more right hand side angle, but I guess it's not the end of the world. Is he going to invest a freeze here to keep that thrower up? Nope, he decides just to let the double healer do its job. We do have wall breakers, we don't really need to use them though. Oh, he's going to use them to tank that king. I love that. So he talked about that earlier, using the wall breakers to tank his king, tank enemy heroes or enemy CC. It's a really good shout actually. It just takes that little bit of damage away from your queen. She can deal with him, and it's all done. Okay, funneling is an issue here because we have not yet opened the town hall compartment. The healers are also potentially in danger here. The queen is going to walk around here, unless he's going to jump her in. As soon as the expo goes down, she's going to start walking. He's using the thrower for the town hall. I cannot say I saw that coming. I really thought he was going to use the queen for the town hall, but I guess you don't always need to use the queen for the town hall. So the thrower is going to be able to safely, I've said safely, hopefully, take down the town hall. I think he needs to invest the rage on the thrower. Yep, he does exactly that. Rage coming down on the thrower. Scatter shots are now coming into play. His queen really goes in a direction we did not want her to go. She is now going to start moving down towards that bottom section. Scatter shot though moves onto our queen, and basically as soon as that happens, your queen is toast. We do still have our king alive. In fact, we haven't even dropped our king yet, so he only needs to get 1%, so we're definitely going to be able to get the 2-star here. It is just a case of how much percentage we can get. It actually would have been really ideal if we hadn't activated the clan castle, but you can't always win those battles. But it looks like it's going to get lured up towards that thrower, which is going to work out nicely for us. Lets that king just pick up a few more buildings. If I was him, I would just pop that king ability. He's only got 4 seconds. Pop king, pop king. And he gets to a 65%. That's a pretty good outcome. I would say he should be pretty happy with that. Thoughts on that attack?
That was a really weird attack. So I don't think I've ever done this before where the thrower originally was just a funnel, but then I realized he could get the town hall. So I was like, I'm gonna wait to see if he locks on the town hall. If he gets sprung before that, I'm gonna cut off the queen on the right side with the king in order to make her go towards the town hall. But he did get the town hall, so
Yeah.
I let my queen walk to the right. I don't think I've ever done that, but that was weird.
Yeah, it really caught me off guard. I was like, his queen is not going to go to the town hall. I was literally saying, I was like, guys, his queen is walking. And then I was like, yo, his thrower, what's the thrower doing? I was like, he's getting the town hall. Insane.
Yeah. Also, the healer getting targeted is ridiculous because I couldn't tell where the edge of this map is. I hate the scenery.
Yeah, I was actually speaking about that as well. I was saying, I wish you could choose the order that the clan castle troops come out of the clan castle. I wish you could make it so the thrower deploys first, then the healer deploys second. I think it's so stupid that the healer always comes out first, and there's nothing you can do to change that.
But this attack, I blame the scenery.
I think even if you had got it right on the edge, I still think your healer might have got targeted. I don't know, it would have been pretty tight.
Not too sure. Yeah, or, well, if I could see...
If you could see, the exact edge,
I wouldn't have placed him there. Is the thing, yeah. It's alright. Pretty good attack overall.
Yeah, you still got the 2, and actually really nice percent there.
Yeah.
Alright, good luck on the next one.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming by, Infinite. Good to have you here. The replay from this stream will be up for later on, so if you want to come back and watch his attacks, you're always welcome to do so. This will remain up, as have all my attacks, which I've now changed the title on. If you look at my old streams, if you look at the title, that video explains a lot about the content inside. Harjeeves is still up from last week. Pangos is obviously up here, and we have a stream organised, hopefully, for next week as well with another attacker. I'm not going to be doing any ranked hits this week because I forgot to sign up on my ranked attacks, which is very unfortunate. But here we go. He decides to throw her straight into the first of those scatter shots, which are both for some reason on the outside of the base. He's going to be looking to pick off a few 3% buildings here, which is really, really nice. Mortar, unfortunately, is going to lock on and take down a couple of his archers, but it's not the end of the world. I think he should be able to do... God, he nearly did it again. That was so intense. I really thought those healers were about to switch there. He loses his thrower though, which is really unlucky. He is forced into using another free spell. King's going to be coming in for that scatter shot. He does have those rage spells, which I think he's going to need to use because the Eagle Artillery, I think, is active. Is the Eagle active? I don't know. Where is the Eagle? Okay, King is going to be pushing through that left-hand side. In comes the Rage Spell, going to get us through the Grand Warden. Percentage I don't think is going to be an issue. The issue here is trying to make sure that Queen reaches the Town Hall without going down. Here comes the CC. We get a really, really tasty CC lure there because it means the double loon are going to come out in front of the E-Dragon, which means the Queen can just take them down, mitigating all the damage, then can deal with the E-Dragon in behind. Eagle is, of course, now activated, not taking any risks, popping the Queen ability, Town Hall, and 1-star secured. Let's take a look what else he can get here. The healers have stayed with the Queen, which is beautiful. We don't have any more spell support, but we do have, if I quickly show you guys, still a couple of baby dragons. We have 5 baby dragons left up in this one, so he's going to be deploying them down here just to pick up that extra percent, but I think he is definitely going to get that second star on the board. It's just a case of how many more he can pick up here. But the 53, 54, I think maybe, can we get 55? No, it's going to be, what is this Queen doing? Oh no, it is 55, it's 56. Nice, a 56% 2-star I think is a pretty good outcome. A weird layout with the scatter shots right on the outside of the base there, but not bad. Kind of weird with those scatter shots right on the outside. I wasn't sure how you were going to approach them because it's awkward when they're like not in the base. But
yeah, I did something kind of interesting, if you noticed. Right, I put down the archer to tank the scatter for a moment, and then the thrower has enough time to walk up, so the healer doesn't get targeted.
Yeah, it was a really good shout there.
That was pretty sloppy though overall. The Queen almost died in the beginning.
Queen was close. I also thought you were really unlucky with the thrower going down. I didn't think there was that much damage in that area. I thought the thrower would stay up for a lot longer. And the healers,
also
those
I
healers
took my
nearly
eye
went
off the
again.
thrower. Yeah, I mean it's alright. It works.
Yeah. All right. It's another 2 though. How's your trophies looking?
127. Looks like I might pass last week.
Nice.
Which is nice. Alright then.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. I suggest counting B by 3 after 56. Each 3% counts. Is that right? I did not know that. Sign up, miss streak, OP. Yeah, we're on a 2-week streak now for missed sign-ups. Let's go. Streams topping or Leo. Wow, we'd be in for some entertaining attacks. I can't imagine anyone would want to watch. I genuinely don't think anyone would want to watch them because they were just hitting bot accounts. Like, I don't see what that would actually be achieving, but yeah. And I don't really get what they are getting out of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they were doing it and like getting insane recognition, everyone's like, they're the best players, but everyone knows they're win trading. Everyone is like, these guys are not legit. So everyone knows that Pango is the #1. So like what they've done has achieved nothing, which makes me laugh even more. Because everyone, even if there technically are players above Pango, he is still the #1 because he's legitimate, which everybody agrees with. And it just makes me laugh because they've put all this time, effort, probably money into making bot accounts and it's not really achieved them anything. But here we go. I'm getting waylaid. Let's concentrate here on Pango. We have thrower coming in from that left-hand side. Hopefully this time should be able to stay alive. He drops down his Queen into a damage area, so the healers lock onto that Queen, which is nice. We don't want to have the healers walking again. Wall break through that first compartment is nice. We do have 5 wall breakers left up. Enemy King should be snipeable with a baby dragon. We need this thrower to go up and away from our queen. We do not want it to walk into the base here. Here come a couple more wall breakers. They... Oh no, come on wall breaker. Oh, it gets hit by the scatter shot. No, it doesn't. It opens the wall. That was a very lucky little wall breaker there. Here comes the CC. We have a Super Dragon and a balloon. Unfortunately for us, the Super Dragon gets out in front of the balloon, so we are going to be forced into having to use a freeze. Pango. God, he plays with fire way more than I can. Honestly, he is crazy. That's insane. Okay, single target Inferno is locked onto his queen, so he's forced into using that freeze spell. King's now going to come in straight away with that spiky ball ability, gets him through that single target Inferno nice and quick, which is absolutely spot on. Queen is under quite a lot of heavy fire here. Oh, she does get through the scatter shot. The second star is achieved here. This is looking really, really nice. He still has 3 baby dragons. He uses the totem to redirect. He very much nearly loses his queen to a spring trap, which would not have been ideal. But she does stay up. The Expo unfortunately locks onto her healer. Yo, that spring trap must have been super under-leveled. I really thought it was going to spring away the thrower on that left-hand side, but it didn't, which is nice. And for the second time in this live stream, the tornado trap somehow picks up the healer. I don't know how it's managed to do that, but well. Queen has gone down. Percent is going to be a 69% 2-star. Nice. I think that's his best percentage so far. I want to say that's his best percentage so far. Is that your best percent so far?
I think so, yeah. Or besides the triple, of course.
Yeah, very, very nice.
That might be one of my better attacks from the stream.
Yeah, super well executed. Alright, I think we just keep going.
Yep, one more.
Let's go. 3-star to finish.
Yep.
Good luck. Yo, I said 3-star to finish. Is there a chance? Maybe? I think so. I think there's a good chance he can 3-star this. Watch him like 0-star this now, but I have faith. I have a Tunnel 10 named Abyss. I think you were in Barracks 10 for a little bit, I believe. Is your other account... I can't remember its name, but you're like one of the co-leaders in another Town Hall 10 clan. By the way, if you are a Town Hall 10 player in a Town Hall 10 family, please match us in war. We have been spinning for like 4 or 5 days without finding a war match, and it is actually driving me insane. Because all our other clans, 7 through to 13, have all found wars pretty consistently, but Barracks 10, we cannot find a war match. Alright, here we go. So, Queen is... Okay, she's walking up towards that top section. We do have to rage because we're going to now have to deal with the CC and the enemy king together. I believe there was a super wizard in there. I'm not really sure why there was a super wizard in the CC, but I guess that is what it is. Wall break now going to be coming in, opens up that wall compartment. Luckily we have Town Hall 10 level walls here, so our wall breakers are going to be far more effective. We invest a rage spell into our thrower at that top section, which I honestly think was a very good play. Wall breakers now going to be coming in, needs to be careful here because, I was about to say, because his wall breakers are out in front of his queen, they're going to get targeted here by those expos. Queen is now going to turn and go towards that town hall after dealing with the expo, freezing just to make sure we get through that town hall without taking too much damage. Hopefully we should be able to hold on to that queen ability for a little bit more time. Needs to start thinking about potentially bringing in his king because time is going to be a factor, especially with the Eagle Artillery, the double single target Inferno, and the minion prince left up on the back end of this one. He does still have 4 baby dragons, a balloon, a freeze, and a jump. The jump could potentially help that king once the stick horse wears off, but let's wait and see. King's going to be coming all the way from the top. He needs to pop queen. Queen nearly goes down. King ability goes off, hits one of those single target Infernos. Can he jump to the other single? Jump, go. Please, King, get that single, get that single. Go, go, go. Oh, he gets it, but the queen goes down. Oh, if that queen had got that single target Inferno, I don't know if he would have got the 3, but I think there was a really good chance he would have hit a super high percent there. Because he had, what, like 40 seconds left on the clock? Oh man, he's going to get up to an 80% I think here. But that was close. I think he had a potential chance of 3-starring if his queen had stayed up, but time maybe still would have been an issue, but yeah. Barracks 15 win. Well, we've only just opened up Barracks Rise, which is our Town Hall 12 and 13 combined clan. So I think Barracks 14 and 15 combined will be a little while away. I thought you maybe had a chance of 3-star in that. I like, obviously the last thing I said to you was, let's hope for a 3-star, and then I saw that base and I was like,
see this base.
I was like, there's a good chance he can 3-star this.
I probably would have gotten it too if I hadn't. I used the queen ability and the freeze at the same time.
Yep.
That was.
Yeah.
If I had just had the freeze.
Yeah. I think you would have got it. Time potentially could have been an issue. I think it would have been really tight on time, but yeah, it was still a really nice percentage and a great way to finish off there. Where do you finish trophy wise?
177.
177, nice. Is that your best?
Yeah, well, I've only had 2 weeks in this, and last week
it's yeah. Nice.
So, that's pretty good.
What's how many get promoted in Wizard 12?
It's 50.
50.
But I think the promotion zone is usually going to be around 200.
Yeah, because were you last 10 minutes sign up?
Yeah, last hour.
Yeah, okay, so you were super late, which is, for those of you who don't know, late sign up basically means you sign up like super late. You let you wait until the last possible chance. That's why his promotion or his group has a smaller amount of people in it. GG's, that was nice. That was really nice. And now on to the really fun stuff, the Town Hall 10. How you feeling?
So I did some FCs with Town 14, and it feels hard.
Yeah, does it feel like similar to Town Hall 13, or does it really feel like another step up? I thought you just gone into ranked, and that is the base you found.
No,
I was like,
I was checking to make sure my siege was not selected, because I don't want to accidentally select it in battle.
Yeah.
The main thing I feel like is the thrower is noticeably weaker. So I was thinking, like, what if I just bring one thrower and then have 4 healers on it? But I'll just stick with the 2 throwers for the first few attacks, and we'll see how that goes.
Sure. Okay, best of luck.
Alright.
Okay, so for those of you who haven't watched Pango before, DAA is his username. He is the first ever Valkyrie 14 player. Here we go. He is going to be coming in now in Valkyrie 14. This is the league floor for Town Hall 14s, I believe, and this is a real step up. I mean, if you're a Town Hall 10 player, you know that hitting Town Hall 12s is like last Town Hall you have a potential chance of 3-starring. Town Hall 13 is where you're not really going to be able to 3-star unless you get some insane RNG. Town Hall 14, it's never going to happen. You're not going to be able to 3-star it. So what he's ideally looking for to happen here is to find potentially a couple of Town Hall 13s to get good percentages on. I mean, if he finds a Town Hall 12, I think Pango usually can 3-star Town Hall 12s pretty comfortably, but it's going to be tough. So what he's finding, which he was just saying at the start, is there. I mean, his thrower is just dying insanely fast. You can see it already. We had 2 throwers in. One of them has already gone down. The healers are doing a pretty insane job there, but of course we did have the help of the rage spell. He does have to be super careful here with his wall breakers. We've already had to commit quite a lot just to open up that wall compartment for the queen, but hopefully she should be able to get deep enough to get the town hall. That thrower is still doing some work over there on that right hand side of the base. Very, very nice Cocolud coming in there, picks off that Seeking Air Mine. There is a skeleton trap which unfortunately is going to stall up that queen while she's in the rage. We always want to try and take full advantage of that, but it's not the end of the world. Queen now locking onto that town hall. He does need to freeze. perfect timing. Thrower sadly has gone down, but luckily for us, the thrower did still manage to pick up the percentage that we needed, and the healers, luckily they're not going to go to waste. They're going to switch over to the queen and use... There is no way that Eagle Artillery just sniped off all of our healers. He has... So the healers from the thrower are actually coming in clutch now. Let me rephrase. The healer, singular, from the thrower, which is only 1 HP, is going to have to put in a hell of a load of work here, because that Eagle Artillery basically just ended our hopes and dreams there. He's actually looking to jump his queen out of the base. We want him or her away from all that damage, and not going into it. She is gonna go down there. She does pick off 1 more percent just before she does, but we do still have the king, so the second star should be achieved. We do also still have a couple of baby dragons in there as well, so the second star is going to be achieved here. Percent is maybe not quite as high as Pango was looking for, but the 2 stars are honestly all we're desperately looking for here against Town Hall 14s. I think if he can 2-star out, that'll be really, really nice, but I mean, the Eagle hitting his healers there, what are you meant to do? Like, that's super, super unlucky. Do you think he can easily get his way to Witch 16 as a wizard? Maybe Minx, it'll be tough. Thoughts?
That was not too bad, I guess. Did you see the healers get targeted by the Eagle though?
We did. That was brutal. I mean,
No,
there's literally nothing you can do there when that happens.
yeah. It's gotta be something they changed, because that happened to me 3 times last week. That's kind of scary. If that keeps happening.
Yeah, that was yeah. Like I said, I don't think there's anything you could have done there. You got kind of lucky that your healers actually then switched from your thrower, which had died, back onto your queen, so you got a few more percent points. But GG's, first 2-star achieved. Let's keep going. All right, here we go. This is a tough base to hit. So it's basically a Town Hall 13.5. We've got a Town Hall 14, but some of the defenses are still Town Hall 13 level. But that core is really, really ugly. We have the single target Inferno, we have a scatter shot in there, we have a couple more Infernos, the Town Hall itself, the CC, the Eagle. That's tough. Okay, let's see how he's gonna do here. I'm really hoping that he gets a little bit more value, maybe from his throwers this time. Percent could potentially be an issue on this base, though it looks like there is some free percent on the kind of on the outside of this base. It's going to be interesting for me to see if Pango decides to switch from like he was talking about at the start, potentially bringing only 1 thrower but bringing an extra healer. I think the value is there though, with the double thrower, because if you get situations like this where they stay on top of each other, you're basically getting double the DPS, which is you know, huge. You're cleaning up that funnel so much quicker, but you do then run the risk of if they split, the healers splitting and then both die and you just don't get the value. So it's like, you've got to be super careful with where they path to, I guess, and this is what you don't want to happen, is the thrower and the queen going into the same compartment. We needed that thrower to get a bit more value. Single target Inferno locks onto the queen. We are forced into an early freeze spell. We're going to poison as well. There is wizards in the CC. What sort of a CC is that? The Town Hall is secured, which is perfect. We get double value there from the freeze spell because we also catch the CC troops with them. Jump spell going to be coming down. I don't know if it was the play to jump her into the core. I think I would have potentially jumped her over that first compartment but kept her kind of away. The thrower has now gone down, but we still have a totem spell, we still have our queen, we still have 7 baby dragons, so percentage, I think, yeah, 50% should definitely be achievable here. The Town Hall is already gone, so we've got that first star. The 50% of course is what we need for that second. The multi-target Inferno snipes off all our healers, so if he's going to invest his totem, probably going to need to do it sooner rather than later. Uses it there, does redirect that queen and scatter shot, which is perfect. There is that second star, there is that 2-star against a Town Hall 14. So genuinely, like, I've got a massive advantage on my Town Hall 10. If you didn't know, I have the Grand Warden, but it makes me laugh so much that even with that huge advantage, I know for a fact I still cannot pull off attacks like this. I know I would not be able to achieve a 63% 2-star against this base even with the Grand Warden, because it's a skill issue. I've said it so many times. Yes, Melon, I am from Scotland. Hang on. Alright, GG's.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Nothing much to say there.
Yeah, it was a tough core. I was a little bit worried there about your queen getting smoked in the core because of the CC, but I guess you were pretty happy when you saw wizards coming out.
Yeah, easy to freeze at least.
Yeah.
Or whatever was gonna come out, I was gonna freeze so my queen could take down the Town Hall before
Yeah.
targeting CC.
Nice.
Right then.
Alright. Good luck.
Thank you.
You might want to diversify the war rate to find an opponent for Barracks. If you mean Barracks 10, then I mean Barracks 10 is Barracks 10. It's our Town Hall 10 clan. I mean, I feel like we can't really bring any other Town Halls in. For our Town Hall, for Barracks raids, we've got Town Hall 12 and 13 combined, but the thrower does just want to be with the Queen today. Oh, Melon, nice. Okay, so I hate these bases. Can I be the first to say that I hate these bases? Because they lure you into such a like false sense of security. You look at them and you go, it's like a trophy base, or not a trophy base, it's like a progress base or an art base, and you go, okay, I'll 3-star this, or I'll get a good percent 2-star, and then all the clumped up defenses, like all those defenses together, are insanely hard to deal with. So he's approaching this from the top section, which is really interesting. So he's just going to clear as much percent as possible, secure that 1-star from the percent, getting to that 50% mark. He's then going to hopefully combine the thrower on one side, queen on the other, all his spells, get through the triple single target Inferno, as well as the Eagle Artillery, and finally finish on that Town Hall where he's going to have to somehow get through Quad Expo, which is nasty, but we'll see. Okay, Double Thrower doing some really nice work. He is, of course, using these wall breakers, not because he wants to open the walls, but because he is testing for traps. Spring traps, giant bombs, skeleton traps, anything like that. He forgot about Cocoloons! No! I definitely should have said something there to him. He just lost 3 healers. He's still gonna get the Town Hall though. What percent could we get here? Oh, where's the Queen going? Queen, we really need you to play ball here. He needs to... Okay, the healers have just abandoned the Queen and she is dead. He needs to rage and freeze. Okay, he doesn't need to freeze, but that rage should be safe. King, I think his best bet here is to use the King on the Teslas and the mortars on that left-hand side, because I think his ability will get the maximum amount of value there. He does still have 7 baby dragons as well. I think... Oh, he loses the thrower. Okay, he's going to rage up his King. He's just going to throw everything in. He needs to use these freeze spells because we need to keep this King up as long as we possibly can. Freeze up the Teslas on the left-hand side, I would imagine. No, why are we not freezing? Please freeze. Okay, here we go. We have 1 more baby dragon, 1 more freeze. Really pushing that percent up here. Okay, we do still have 1 baby dragon and a jump spell. Which isn't really going to help us there. It's going to be an 80%. Is it just me that absolutely hates those bases? Like
Yeah. I even tested for air mine farms, and I still got hit by it.
Yeah, as soon as it popped, I was like, oh no. Luckily, you kept a
Yeah.
couple of healers up though, and the thrower came in clutch for the town hall there. But I
Uh-huh.
genuinely hate hitting those bases because you look
Yeah.
at them and you go, okay, this is a gimme. Like I should be able to easily get the 2-star and like a good percent, but
Yeah.
it's
They're
so easy
terrible.
for things to go wrong when because the defenses are so clumped up. Like there's such like
Uh-huh.
concentrated damage onto your troops. It's tough, but I think you approached it
Yeah.
exactly how you should have. Maybe other than getting sniped off by all those seeking air mines.
Uh-huh.
Um, I thought your queen
Yeah,
was going to
that
go
was
to the
weird.
town hall, but I think
Yeah.
you still played it well. And 80% 2-star is solid.
Uh-huh. I'm pretty happy with that,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, let's hope for some more progress bases.
Yep.
Good luck.
Okay.
Okay. We found an insanely rushed Town Hall 14. We do have triple single target infernos, double scatter shot, eagle artillery. Heroes are all pretty low, so he shouldn't have too many issues getting through the enemy heroes. The single target infernos, it doesn't really matter what level they are, they're still going to cause you issues. And a double scatter shot right next to each other can be a little bit nasty, but he may potentially be able to catch them both with a free spell. If not both, then he'll definitely be able to get the town hall and at least one with a free spell. But he'll be feeling pretty good after that last attack. I would say he got good percent on the board, a good amount of trophies. He's looking good so far. Bro upgraded any account past Town Hall 10. I think that's insane as well. I can't believe the fact that he has never experienced the game past Town Hall 10. Like this is genuinely the highest like he's ever, I just don't get that. Like, I always have my main account, which is always like the maximum Town Hall, is Town Hall 18 at the moment, pretty much maxed out. Then I've got like all my other accounts. Town Hall 10 is his highest. Like, I always find that insane, but it clearly works for him. The fact that the 3 Town Halls he has stayed at, 8, 9, and 10, he is the best in the world at those Town Halls. I don't think that is up for debate. He's shown time and time again on his channel, on my channel, on Hook's channel, just how insanely good he is, and I'll be the first to say it's a pleasure to have him on the stream and to have him as part of the Barracks community. Decides to freeze up there, I think that was a really smart play. Double Headhunter, a Valkyrie in there as well, not taking any gambles, not taking any risks, making sure he gets the value he needs. Double Thrower is taking quite a lot of damage at that top section, but hopefully we should be safe. He needs to be careful here, freeze the single. He also freezes the Town Hall, which is ideal. The throwers lock onto the Town Hall as well, making sure we take it down super quick. Scattershot is going to go down at that top section. He's going to have to invest his totem. Needs to remember that he has his king. Potentially needs to use that for the single target inferno at the top. Does still have baby dragons, which I think he's going to need to start deploying. He invests a rage spell to help him get through that single target inferno nice and quickly. Unfortunately loses a healer. Needs to pop queen. No, is he going to keep her up? Does pop queen. Okay, single target inferno goes down, so we keep our thrower up here. Let's go. Let's go. It's the 3. Insane work. Genuinely insane work. He even swags 4 baby dragons and a couple of other troops there as well. Let's go.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
That's why we love league floors, because I mean, you find rush
Yep.
bases, but the thing for me there was like, yes, it was rushed, yes, there was a lot of low level defenses, but we still had to get through 3 single target infernos, 2 scatter shots, the eagle. Like, there was a lot in that base we had to deal with, and I
Yeah.
think you approached it really nicely. I think everything, certainly from my perspective, went to plan there. Was there any thoughts from you?
I think the only thing is I placed my queen a little bit late. Like if I can 3-star the base, then I'll try to place her almost immediately. But I forgot a little bit there. But it was alright. There's still like what, 20 seconds left?
Yeah, you still had a decent bit of time, and you even swag
Yeah.
troops, which is nice.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Uh-huh.
Let's keep this going.
Yep.
Okay, from a rushed base into a pretty well upgraded base. So this is why you've got to stay on your toes. You've got to make sure everything you find, you get at least a 2-star on it. Because anything less, and there goes your chances at promotion. 1 stars, 0 stars, they're not going to help you. 2 stars, 3 stars, that's what you need. So let's see what we can do here, because we have triple single target Inferno, double scatter shot, both Town Hall, all Town Hall 14 level. We've gone from one extreme to the other. We've gone into a really tough base here. So double throw are going to come in from that left hand side, trying to just make sure that we get through them to really push and create that funnel. But this is going to be tricky. This is where we're really going to hopefully see the skill coming from Mango or Pango. He decides to use the freeze early. I personally would have raged there, but he decides to opt for the freeze spell, which I think is also valid. Has to rage up anyway because we are finding quite a lot. He gets an insane amount of value there from his Coco Loon, which is really, really nice. Has to wall break again. I'm actually surprised he came in from this top entry. He is now out of wall breakers, and sadly for us, the compartment we needed to open up is not yet open. King is going to go into the core. He has to use his queen ability because these super minions sadly locked onto his queen rather than his king, which I think is what he was going for. King ability is going to get popped off in the core there, which we're really hoping it hits the town hall. It doesn't hit the town hall. It's maybe not the end of the world because it's not going to get an early activation, but we do only have 2 free spells left. One of them is going to have to be used. Queen, you are clutch. She hits the single first, which is ideal. We need that single target Inferno to go down, otherwise he wouldn't have had enough spell support to get through that town hall. She now locks onto the town hall, which does secure that. There's the second star. That is ideal. Okay, 2 stars on the board against this base. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I got the warden at Town Hall 10 because I logged into the account and I had when the Town Hall 17 update came and they brought in the Hero Hall, they for some reason gave my Town Hall 10 account the wrong level Hero Hall. It's a fairly common bug that affected quite a lot of players. There is 4,000 other Town Hall 10 players with that bug on their Town Hall 10 account. Across all the other Town Halls, there is multiple other accounts with these same things. The majority of them are inactive players though, because it happened to accounts that hadn't been logged into for a little while, so the accidentally auto upgraded the new Hero Hall 1 level too high. That's basically how it happened. But this was insane. He is gonna push up to a 78. Can we get 79? Is he gonna get to 80? No, I think he might get to 79. Can he potentially snipe off anything else? No, his throwers decide to hit a wall. Of course they do. Beautiful. Very, very nice. I think that was the cleanest attack I've seen from you.
Yeah, that was very nice. That was very chaotic in the beginning, but I think I managed that well.
Yeah, I think you hit that exactly how you needed to hit it. I was a little bit worried with where you entered from your queen. I thought potentially you might go from a different angle, but she got... her AI was actually good for once, and she went for the single target Inferno when you kind of needed her to, which was nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
But yeah, GG's. That was an insane percent on a pretty tough base, to be honest.
Yeah, very happy with that.
Yeah, let's keep this going. I feel like you're on a roll here.
Right.
Alright, good luck. Okay, here we go. By the way, welcome in. If you guys haven't seen me before, I'm Alden. I am not doing these attacks. This is Pangomi. He does have his own YouTube channel, at Pangomi. Someone could probably at him in the chat and you guys can subscribe to him. He makes regular weekly videos on his top Town Hall attacks, Town Hall 8, 9 and 10. He is a member of the Barracks Clans, which is the community that I run here at the Barracks. So massive shout out to Pango for jumping on and doing these attacks. If you want to subscribe for more weekly live streams, then feel free to do so. We have another top ranked low Town Hall pusher coming on next week. We had Harjeev last week, who was the former number 1 Town Hall 11 player, and the week before we had myself, who is not good at this game, and that's why we watch other players like Pangomi. But here we go. He's going to be coming in here against another kind of 13.5, as it were. And this is the first time I've seen him bring a super early king. Typically he saves that king for much, much later in the attack, where he can potentially get that ability to go straight into the core. But I guess on this one he realised funneling was going to be insanely hard. He was really going to struggle with the funnel. His ability actually does give value there from the king, but wow, that queen just got hit super hard. Okay, so we've already lost the queen's ability, which is not ideal. Losing the queen ability that early on is really, really problematic, because 9 times out of 10 you're going to need that in the core somewhere, whether that's to get through the town hall, whether that is to help get through Inferno Towers, whatever it may be. Typically you need that ability. But here we go, last of our rage spells has now been used. The thrower sadly has been taken down on that left hand side of the base. It looks like he was trying to join up with the queen again. Oh, his queen is not playing ball here. I think he's gonna lose his queen. He does. The mortar takes his queen. I think he needed to totem there rather than freeze. What's he got? He's got 4 baby dragons left up. I'm really surprised he approached it from that angle. I thought he would come in from the right hand side, so the town hall would be much easier. But yeah, the DPS was just way too much there. He lost his queen ability. That's what I was saying. He lost that queen ability too early. If we had kept that queen ability up there, I don't know if we would have got the town hall, but we definitely would have had a much easier time getting that 1-star. Albeit we have been able to get that 1-star, so at least we were able to pick it up. But that was a tough old base to hit. And I always find myself is brutal at the end of an attack when you find you have loads of spells left over, because you feel like you potentially could have used them elsewhere. But let's see what Pango thinks on that one. Do I dare ask your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, no problem. That was rough. I should have gone from the top right probably, just because the town is closer.
Yep.
Yeah, but the issue with this base is it's so hard to funnel the 2 flanks. And so like the flank of the left corner is the easiest to funnel, which is why I put the thrower there. And then the right side and the top right corner and the top corner are both really hard. So I had to invest the king for the top corner. Yeah, maybe I should have just put my thrower on the right and then the king on the top. Yeah, it's hard to say.
I was expecting you to go like into the multi-target Inferno compartment on the right, just charge straight into the town hall. So I was kind of surprised when you came in from the left. I thought potentially you were just trying to get rid of that scatter shot nice and early, so you could keep your throwers up for longer in case they walked up that way. That was kind of what I thought. But you were, yeah, it was tough losing that queen ability so early. I think was kind of GG's at that point. I mean, you still did have spells left up, but it was always going to be super hard to keep your queen alive with like that amount of DPS coming down on her. I also don't think I've ever seen a druid in the CC before.
Yeah, that's crazy, and he came back later.
Yeah,
he goes all the way down.
Yeah, that was pretty wild, but yeah, that was a tough one. That was a tough one.
Yeah. Oh, here's something I also just noticed: the wall breaks broke a second layer, which was not beneficial.
Yeah.
Because that made the queen walk away.
Yeah, she walked straight down towards that single target Inferno. She then gets like absolutely smashed by everything, and the mortar finishes her off, which is never nice to see, but oh well. At least you got the 1-star, like, yeah. Could have been a 0, I guess.
Not 0-star is all.
Yeah. Alright, good luck on the next one.
Thank you.
Okay, we have 4 hits left from Pango in this stream. Let's turn this one around from a 1-star, hopefully, to a nice percent 2-star. At this point, Town of 14s are just bullying. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was insanely tough for him to hit there. I don't really know what he was hoping to achieve. From that, I would assume he would have maybe just wanted the 2-star and get out of there, but I would have been happy with even a 1-star. But let's see what happens here. triple single target Inferno. Again, really, really nasty, not ideal, not what we want to see, but here we go. Let's see, so Baby Dragon going to be coming from the top. I don't think he's going to make the same mistake again. I think he's always just going to go for that Town Hall with the Queen, make sure she takes the shortest path possible to get herself to that Town Hall. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to be doing. So Queen's going to be walking down. Throwers hopefully will not go too close to her. We need to be careful here. Interesting to see if he invests a freeze or a rage. He decides to freeze, out comes the CC, he is going to need to poison and he has to rage anyway. But I think using that freeze spell was valid rather than just raging straight away, because this rage is now going to remain while he deals with the enemy E-Dragon. Needs to be careful here with his wall breaks. Does get that wall break compartment open. He will need to either wall break or jump through to access the Town Hall, but we can worry about that a little bit later on in this attack. Still has 5 baby dragons, as well as his king to come in as well. Got his finger ready on the freeze spell. Down it comes, freezing up 3 of those defenses, which is nice. We're also going to get the weirdest wall break pathing, so he's going to have to invest his jump spell here to get him through. In comes the jump spell, in comes the rage spell as well. We do still have 1 freeze and 1 totem. Freeze has to now be deployed for that first Inferno Tower. King's ability gets popped off, helps us with the potential of getting through those single target Infernos. King is just doing King things. I mean, I don't know where he's going. We do still have that Queen ability, which he pops much earlier than I was expecting. I really thought he would hold off on that Queen's ability for the last possible second, but I guess he has already achieved that 2-star, and I don't think she would have lasted too much longer in the core. But I think he potentially could have helped. He could have held on to it slightly longer there, just until she really started getting targeted by those singles. But we managed to push up to a 60% 2-star, which I think he'll definitely be happy with. We'll ask his thoughts after this one, but I think it was solid. What do you think of the Warden with Life Gem on the double thrower at Town Hall 10? I've tried it. It's, yeah, interesting. Happy with that?
Yeah, I mean, it works.
Fair.
Yeah, not much to say here. The funnel is pretty good.
Yeah, it was a really solid funnel. I was a little bit worried with the double single target Inferno right next to that Town Hall, but I think you managed it pretty well. It was a slightly earlier Queen ability than I was expecting. Was there any reason for that?
I don't never remember the Queen ability.
So typically I would.
Oh, it was at the very end.
Yeah, it was right at the end, and you used it before the single target Inferno had to really heat it up. Usually I would obviously wait for it to heat up a little bit. I mean, I don't think you would have really gotten any more value from your Queen. I think she probably would have gone down anyway. But yeah.
Yeah, I guess it after the king didn't get the left single, Queen was just gonna die anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. Your king really didn't help you out very much there.
The Tesla drew him away, so he wasn't able to get that.
Yeah. I thought it was the Grand Warden that drew him away, but.
Oh right.
All right. How many have you got left?
I understand.
Three hits left, I think.
Yep, 3.
All right. Let's go. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right. We find our first Town Hall 13, but we do have 3 single target Infernos. We also have scatter shots, but the scatter shots are on the outside of the base, which is not bad. I've been doing a lot of, on my Town Hall 10 account, I've been practicing a lot with the Queen charge with the Warden supporting, just having him next to it, but the issue is the healers switch between them, and I don't really know if I like that particularly much. I don't really know where the Warden's going to get the most amount of value on my attacks, because it's really hard to find a place to actually use him, because he's meant to be for Town Hall 11, so let's see. We'll hopefully remember to sign up for Ranked next week, and I'll potentially do some hits on stream, but I don't want to embarrass myself too much. That's why I love to see Minx. The fact that Pango is able to beat the win traders and they are literally cheating. Like they are hitting bot accounts, their own accounts, they're cheating the system, and Pango is just too good. He's still able to beat them. It's crazy work from Pango. But here we go. Okay, so he's using his thrower up, I believe, from that 12 o'clock section. Queen's going to come in. We got a nice early lure on that CC, which is an Ice Golem and E-Dragon. Ideally, we need that Queen to deal with the... Can we get on to... We do. Okay, nice. So he hits the E-Dragon first, which is exactly what we needed. Then going to deal with the Ice Golem second, which is fine. If that had been reversed, we potentially could have had a little bit of an issue. But I still think he would have been pretty safe here there. Throwers are going to go down in that top right hand side pretty much as soon as they get in range of that single target Inferno, which is a little bit unfortunate unless he decides to invest some spell support. Queen is so close to going down. How she did not go to auto ability there, I have genuinely no idea. That was so close. There's the king. He gets a really, really nice spiky ball coming in right there. Needs to be careful because Queen is probably not going to pass to that single next. Yep, she's actually going to go away from that single, which isn't really ideal, but we do still have the Queen ability, a freeze, and a totem left to help support. He was late. So he ends up wasting his Queen ability because he dropped the totem at the same time. Decides to invest the rage spell on the giant as well as his Queen just to get through it nice and quick. We do still have... No, we don't. The thrower has now gone down to that top right hand side. A little bit unlucky there. I really thought he might have had a chance of a super high percent on this, but spells just didn't really go our way. He could have invested this balloon at the bottom of the base a little bit earlier, just so that scattershot could have been out the way, but his Queen is now going to go down. If we'd had that totem, she potentially could have stayed alive slightly longer, maybe gotten us to 70, probably early 70%, but we're still going to hit, I believe, up to a 70% 2-star there, which is a pretty good outcome. I would still be pretty happy with that, but I think he maybe potentially would have been looking for slightly higher there with his with this attack against the 13, especially the fact that the eagle, the scatter shots were on the outside of the base. So let's see what he's got to say on that one. Thoughts on that one?
I made a really big mistake. Did you notice what that was?
Was it losing your Queen ability at the same time you dropped your totem?
That was a mistake, but the big mistake was I wall broke into the left compartment when I should have done it in the middle. Because the wall segment is open here, I didn't notice that.
Oh wow.
So
yeah.
it was a really big chance that the Queen will walk to the bottom, and then she can't reach the town hall from that bottom left compartment.
Yeah. I didn't actually notice that. I didn't think about that. I didn't even see that wall compartment was open. I just assumed that it was closed and that the Queen would take your jump spell.
Yeah, it was hidden by the CC.
Yeah, I think you maybe would have got to like early 70% if you still had that totem. You could have picked off a couple more buildings, but
yeah,
you maybe would have got like 1 or 2 extra trophies, I guess, from that. But not a massive mistake, and you still get a really nice percent there.
Yeah. So with that totem, I was about to freeze the single for the Queen, but I realized the other single was locked onto my thrower. So I tried to switch to the totem to stun both of the singles.
Yeah.
But didn't do it in time.
Tough. Oh well, still a solid hit. How are you looking trophy wise?
183. That's actually, I think I need around 200 to like 220 to promote this league, so looking good.
It would be insane if you got promoted first time in Valk 14.
That would be nice, but it is a floor league, so
yeah, true. All right, let's go. You got this.
Thank you.
Good luck. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's a nasty looking base. He has 2 hits left, and he definitely does not want to fail on them. He wants to make sure he gets 2 more 2-stars, or even a 3-star would be nice, but I don't think he's going to fight many of them. But let's see. Okay, so he's checking what he can snipe percent-wise with the archer towers on the outside of the base. He's going to throw her up from that top section. There is going to be a decent bit of DPS up there with the archer towers, the cannons. He gets an early CC pull, I don't think he would have wanted that, to be honest. He has already lost a thrower. No, he's not. Is he still got both up? Wow, this actually maybe was a really good shout because he got such an early CC lure and he deals with him with his throwers. He doesn't have the risk of potentially losing his where is this healer going and why did he accidentally drop one? Okay, he's just swagged a healer by accident. I think he was trying to deploy wizards or maybe a baby dragon. So he's now queen charging with one less healer, which is not ideal. So he's really going to need to be on the ball with his spell timing. And oh, he loses his queen ability. And as we've already seen, losing his queen ability so early on in an attack is really going to make this difficult. Because if you look to the core of the base, how insanely high DPS that is. It's a totem there. Because I think he needed the freeze for the town hall. She needs to get through this single before she redirects. Nice. Single goes down. He needed that totem. She is not going to get the town hall. She's going to get slaughtered by the town hall. The healers are going to get pushed away. She is like 3 or 4 shots away from taking it down. He still has baby dragons. He does still have a couple of baby dragons. We really need this percent to push up here because this could be the difference between promotion and not. There's the 1 star. He gets the 1 star. Tough. So, yeah, losing that healer, accidentally deploying a healer was obviously a mistake. He didn't mean to do that. Lost his queen ability early on as well. A couple of things. Let's see what he's got to say. That was a tough one.
Yeah, it was too much damage, but I made quite a few mistakes in the beginning.
I take it you were planning on luring the CC and dealing with them with your throwers? Was that the?
I was definitely not planning on that. I should be more attentive to that because the sneaky does that all the time.
Yeah, I actually thought it was a really good shout. Like, I wasn't sure whether you wanted to do it or not, but I thought it was really interesting, and it actually meant you then didn't have to deal with the CC with your queen, which I thought was good.
Actually.
But yeah, you obviously accidentally deployed a healer, lost that healer early, so you were then queen charging with 1 less. You lost your queen ability as well, which was tough. After that point, it was always going to be really hard to get that town hall.
Yeah, that level 30 RC is insane.
Yep. Yeah, the DPS from that is crazy. To be fair, it's the same with a lot of heroes. The minion prints I find as well, sometimes at higher levels, is actually surprisingly strong.
Yeah, it's crazy strong. At least it wasn't a 0 star.
That's true. See, it's times like that I just panic, rage quit, and then it's all over. I don't get the one, but GG's. So is this last attack?
Yep.
Alright, best of luck. Hopefully we get a decent base and we can finish on a high.
Yep.
Alright, good luck. Oh man. That's tough. We found a really, really tough base. Triple single target Inferno, double scatter shot in the core. Oh man. This is probably the worst base I think we could have possibly finished on. How long has Pango been in Town Hall 10? I don't know. We can ask Pango that after this attack is done, I guess. But a long time, I think. So hopefully percent-wise he should be okay. I'm also going to ask him why he decides not to bring any minions. Typically in my attacks I always bring like a couple of minions because usually there is some buildings to snipe off with them where it's just cannons or mortars that are in range, but we'll wait and see here. Queen's going to be coming from that bottom section. I mean, I think that was the only real choice we had to go with. This is what I hate with the double thrower. It's exactly what I was talking about. If you see up on that top right, this throwers have split, which means our healers have split as well. So it basically means that there's a chance that both throwers go down. rather than the healers staying on one and keeping one alive. But luckily for us here, one throw has gone down, but the other one has all the has the healers on them. Nice Kokoloon does get the value we're looking for. My guy, can you stop spamming in chat, please? I get that you're watching from India. That's wonderful. Okay. Queen is still going strong. She's not going to take too much DPS until she actually gets into the core of the base. He's going to redirect her with that jump spell. Has to get pretty quick, I would say, on his spells here. He has 4... Oh man, he gets unlucky. Freezes the single target Inferno at the last possible second. A beautiful use there of his spiky ball, taking care of there. Is he going to invest spells for his king? No. He has lured the CC and he poisons and totems. He needs to pop queen. No, she goes down. I don't think there's any chance this Town Hall goes down here, because the thrower is going to just take too much damage, or it's going to hit the single target Inferno. At least we got the 1 star. Oh, just a split second earlier on that queen ability and I think he would have been safe. I think he would have got it. Like, Jay, if he was a split second earlier, I think he would have had enough spell support to get that. But that he just held onto that for just a little bit too long. He usually is the king of just timing and placement. Like, his timing is usually impeccable, but just a little bit off there is going to cost him that that 2nd star. So sadly on this one it is going to be a 1 star to finish. Not ideal, but that's what we're finishing with. A tough way to finish. That was always going to be
rough.
That was always going to be a real challenge. I mean, that core is just it's insane. I mean,
yeah. And then losing the ability, losing queen through ability is...
yeah, it's really tough. I was just saying to chat there before I turn your mic back on, how usually your timing on your abilities, on your spells are so on point, but it was literally just like a millisecond off there, and that costed your queen the ability, and she went down. I was
actually,
sorry, on you go.
Not quite sure what exactly got her in the end.
I'm not sure what got her in the end. There was so many different things.
Oh, yeah, it was just all the damage.
Cannon. Yeah, it was the cannon from that left-hand side actually got the shot that hit the queen that killed her, but I was curious to ask about your investment on the king. Obviously, you deployed him down because the air defense was sniping off the healers, which was sensible for me, but I thought potentially you might invest like another freeze spell into potentially taking down the single target Inferno, because you hit it with a spiky ball, so I thought there was maybe a chance you could have got that.
I did think about that, but with the angle my queen was on, I don't think she was gonna go in range of that single. I'm actually not quite sure about that. Let me check. Yeah, I think she was not gonna go in range.
Oh, okay.
Although, I did think about it though.
Oh, fair enough. I thought you were maybe just wanting to save those free spells because obviously pretty much everywhere around the town hall is pretty lethal, so needed it for the queen. But anyway, GG's, do you want to show us what trophies you finished on there?
206, okay. Not bad, not bad.
206, do you think that has a chance at promotion?
I think actually the odds are not bad because, well, this group is pretty inactive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to see though. It
Nice.
might get close.
Do you want to show us the town hall leaderboards?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can show them.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that means I beat quite a few people on Valk 13.
That's funny.
Nice.
It's insane the fact that you're hitting town hall 14s as well. It's wild, like crazy stuff. Plus a couple of obviously Leo, we're not counting him. There's a couple of obviously town hall 8's just town hall 8. But yeah,
town hall 8 leaderboards be doing stuff.
It makes me laugh because I think I don't think Joris and Topping can hold that position unless they keep finding their bot accounts and they keep doing that week on week. So
Yeah.
eventually, I think they probably will demote.
Yeah, he
Or
might demote this week.
or you might get lucky enough that you get a promotion and you end up overtaking them. We were talking about that as well. The fact that
Uh-huh.
all these like people who've been win trading, cheating the system, that you're now actually overtaking the majority of them at these lower town halls,
Yeah.
which is crazy. Like it's skill over like win trading, which is
Oh, it was really funny that they always get really low trophy totals, and I'm sure if I could get up to those leagues, I could blow them out of the water, but
yeah,
we'll see.
for sure, for sure.
I'll do later.
But yeah, thank you so much for doing your attacks. Hopefully you were
No
happy
problem.
with them. I think you had a pretty good week there. Obviously
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
you're number one at all three town halls, but you were number one regardless whether you zero starred all your attacks or not. You know, but
Yeah, yeah.
I still think you put in a really good show there.
Thank you.
We had a lot of praise coming in for you in the chat. A lot of people super impressed by your attacks there.
That's,
Um,
that's pretty funny.
which is cool. But we've got. There was one question that kept coming up a couple of times. They were asking how long you have been at Town Hall 10, because obviously this is your highest town hall, which a lot of people have struggled to understand, myself included, why you have never wanted to go to a higher town hall.
Yeah, so I think I upgraded to Town Hall 10 in 2018, like December or something, and then I quit after 2019. I barely played this since 2019. Like I did Builder Base 2.0 in 2023 for just a few months, and then I came back at the beginning of this year. So there's like I was basically not even active enough to think about upgrading my account.
Fair. Is it something
Yeah.
you potentially thinking about? Like, have you seen like Town Hall 11 stuff that you're maybe like, oh, that looks
I
fun, or
I have no interest because I don't really care about the progression aspect of the game anymore. Like that doesn't matter to me. It feels like just a waste of time. Um, and yeah,
fair
there's
enough.
there's too much stuff at the higher town halls. I prefer these lower ones.
Fair enough. I still think
Yeah.
it's wild though. The fact that you'll never get to experience like any higher town halls. This will be it for you,
Yeah.
Town Hall 10. But anyway,
And
GG's.
yeah, I don't
You,
care too much.
yeah, that is fair enough. You're pulling off some pretty insane things at these lower town halls, and I guess from one aspect you are experiencing higher town halls with the fact that
Yeah.
you are promoting to leagues where, let's be honest, these town halls probably shouldn't be able to reach these leagues. Like it's insane what you're achieving here.
Thank you.
So yeah, again, I'm gonna shout you out. Pango has his own YouTube channel, uploads weekly, I would say at the moment. You're uploading pretty regularly.
I've only uploaded when I promote to a new league. I
Which is weekly.
which happens weekly. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, be sure to go and drop a subscription to Pango if you haven't already. He's insane. He's, as you've heard from today, a really genuinely nice guy as well to talk to, which is always a
thank
pleasure.
you.
And it's I've said it time and time again, but it's great to have you as part of the Barracks community and the clans. It not only is it nice to see Barracks at the top, but it's crazy the amount of publicity that you bring us. Like the amount of people that join the
Yeah.
clans, join the Discord because of you is crazy. So yeah, so big shout out for that.
It's wild. Yeah, I guess shout out to you guys as well because when I came back in was it January, I had no idea what the meta was. So you remember me joining the server, right? And
Yeah,
I think I
yeah,
posted my attacks as a Town 10 in Archer 9. I was like, I don't know, wait, and then do you remember I was like, I sent a video asking for feedback because I was still using like a Valk blimp with dragons, and then
yeah,
you told me to switch to Electron.
yeah.
Yeah. It's funny.
Yeah, and yeah, sometimes I like to pretend that I know what I'm talking about, but the majority of the time I don't. I mean, you watch my ranked hits; they don't even compare to yours. But
Those are fun to watch.
the content was fun for sure, but
That's
the
good.
skill level wasn't there. But I thought what was really interesting. I don't know if you remember that. I think you actually picked up the thrower strategy from. Oh, his name escapes me. He's Scorpio.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, who was actually a really good attacker, and then sadly turned to the dark side of win trading with
Yeah,
Eternal. But
unfortunate.
yeah, the win traders actually gifted us this strategy, which has served you incredibly well. So yeah, shout out to the win traders, I guess.
Yeah, and Mega Minx is asking about Tunnel 7. I don't think I'll do Tunnel 7. It looks not that interesting.
It is
To
not
be
fun.
honest.
I can confirm Town Hall Settlement is just it's too RNG. Like you can only do a thrower charge, and it's yeah. I mean it's impossible really. Like there's no skill to it. It's all luck. So yeah, that's why I don't bother.
Do you think the rank 2 right now is gonna promote? Not too familiar with the.
I don't think 109 is enough to promote out of Barb 6, because as a Town Hall 8 I sat in Barb 6 for quite a while trying to promote up to Archer 7, so it was quite a hard cut off, I found. But JLo is legit. So is Pero. He's pretty well known in the community as well. Matthew is obviously not legit. But yeah, there's a couple of players that are kind of sneaking in with a bit of win trading, but it's quite nice to see Pero actually back pushing on his lower town halls, because he's really good as well.
Yeah, he got to was 11 at the Town 9 leaderboards.
Yeah, for like
good for him.
Early leaderboards, I think before you started pushing, he was like top 10 on like nearly every single town hall, which is cool.
Yeah, I remember I was recording some of the people who got to the leagues first, and I think he had quite a few of those like first league breakthroughs.
Yep. He was always up there. I remember when I first started doing ranked content, I really wanted to get him on the channel, but I couldn't get him to do anything. But anyway, we'll probably call it a day there. But thank you so much for coming on again. It genuinely was a pleasure to watch those attacks, and I'm sure on the Barracks channel we'll see plenty more of your hits. I mean, at this point it just feels like this is like your second channel with the amount of content of yours that I post, but I guess that's just your skill level is just able to provide us with that content, which people love to see. I mean, that last CWL video I did was basically a compilation of your attacks, and it's one of my most watched videos, so that was pretty cool.
That's crazy how well it did.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Sit through all of that, like an hour.
Yeah, that was the longest video I've ever recorded. I just sat down, recorded it like back-to-back attacks, and I was like, this is never going to do well. Like, who's going to watch this? And then a lot of people watched it, which was cool.
It's nice.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, thank you so much again, man. Really appreciate you jumping on. And
thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see you around. Again, shout out, make sure everyone drop a subscription. Pango, if you're still on my stream, send a message in chat so people can click on your name and can subscribe to you. But yeah, GG's. I'll end stream there, and I'll see you guys next week. We've got Knells or Nels, I don't know how you pronounce his name.
Knells, he clarified it's Knells.
Oh, cool. Knells coming on next week. He's going to be doing some ranked hits for us, so looking forward to that. So yeah,